All the fivefold ministry, you can receive it by training. God only calls prophets. Yes, don't know there is very serious matter I'm saying. Now this one I say, somebody will not understand. No, God has called us or no, he has not called you.
My father.
Yes. You understand? He has not called you. In the prophet, in the ministry, all that angles. Now maybe when I use the word call, it is too strong. Let me use another word. Now God picks the prophets. Do you get the picture? Sir? He picks them. He does not allow, it's not a barrage of operation where everybody's running into it. No, no. From when I was born as a child, no, now listen.
From my phone.
No, I've not been to, you see this time for years. So. And when I go to crusade, I always say, all the spirits here, if you have capacity, I've not been sick before. Some of you should use me for example and let me have malaria for 1 week. Then I know that I know you understand? Because I understand the covenants that has been made.
Oh,
he said to another, the gifts of healing, the balm that heals cannot be sick. So therefore you have to also carry the healing going through your veins. Do you understand what I mean? Sometimes when I am sleeping, when my mother is not feeling well, she'll pick my hand and lay it upon where the sickness is and leave it, and the sickness will go. The sleeping person, when you touch the body, they will cool down. No, they will humble themselves, because sicknesses are not of God. God did not design us to be sick. The Bible said, and its inhabitants shall not say, I am sick, and their sins are forgiven. So how can you carry infirmity? Jesus. You need to be able to understand how to maneuver to deal with it. Do you understand?
Yes,
because it is the capacity to move. So it is God that can give you the strength. He said, if it is the Spirit that quickens. It is not the banco and your paracetamol. Some of you have all kinds of medicine. At 6 you take one, then you take another. I said, there's no hospital that knows me. None. There is no drugstore that knows me. That I'm there and buy medicine. No, 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 no. Nah. For what? The one for what? You see, chapel, everybody here, they have been feeling the heat. But they are learning from their father. Human beings will be shaking. And then so you people, you can catch the revelation.
My father.
I'm like, you don't have energy or what? What's the problem? Or maybe I think God, he charged my battery too much.
My friend.
So he said he gives the gift of healing.
Jesus.
You see, as a child of God, this is it. The Bible says healing is the bread of the children. So when you are sick in any part of your body, that know that healing is your personal gift. It's the bread of the children. God is the one that has given you the capacity to be healed. Therefore, you cannot walk in infirmity. So you talk to the sickness and you tell it that infirmity, wherever you are coming from, my father said healing is the bread of the children. So therefore, by that ordinance, I call you to come out.
Oh, Jesus. My God.
And it will obey you because it knows you know your right.
My God.
It's like me. You have to know your rights. Next one.
To another, the working of miracles.
To another, the working of miracles. And I believe by the grace of God.
Jesus.
No, I know by the grace of God, God has bestowed that gift upon me.
Amen.
That there may be miracles in your life.
Amen.
You too, you have that gift. He said, when the Holy Ghost come upon you, these are the things you will have. It's not special. We don't take it from mountains. Nobody puts this inside our pocket. We don't tie it on our waist. We don't hang it on our neck. It is not in the clothes we wear. It is a gift that God has offered to us. And you have the gift of miracle working. Wherever you are sitting, you can also work miracles. Jesus. Yes, because God has given it to you. It's not something we dig from the stones. Just be a child of God. That's all. And the Christians in the world, we are few. Yes. In the house of God, they are not even there at all. Few Christians. Is that why the place is quiet? Yes, I like that. Because there should be miracle workers. Moving in miracles. When I say your neighbor is sitting down there, is not feeling well, you are like, don't worry, pastor. Then you slap the leg, then the person starts walking. Yes, sir. Miracle working. That's the clear indication of the presence of God with you. Emmanuel, God with us.
Jesus.
Continue.
To another prophecy.
To another prophecy. Now, do you understand the difference? You see, I explained to you the word of knowledge and the word of wisdom. And now this is another one. It's called prophecy. Prophecy is to foretell and to foretell. Prophecy basically means being able to read timelines. That's what it means. Prophecy means telling what is coming direct. So being able to read timelines, knowing your past and knowing your future is prophecy. Knowing where you are coming from and where you are going is prophecy. Being able to see what comes next is prophecy. So the structure of prophecy is this. That's all. The rest is revelation, to bring out details and things, but then prophecy is to know what comes next. So somebody who can have the gift of word of knowledge, word of wisdom, and not be in the angle of the gift of prophecy. If you do not have the structure of the gift of prophecy, you are not part of prophets. It's very simple. Because prophets are born with it. We are born with the capacity to know what comes next. It's normal. We are born like that. Nobody will train you for it. Nobody can be trained to become a prophet. It is a special calling. All the fivefold ministry, you can receive it by training. God only calls prophets. Yes, don't know there. It's very serious matter I'm saying. Now this one I say, somebody will not understand. No, God has called us or no, He has not called you.
My father.
Yes. You understand? He has not called you. In the prophet, in the ministry, all that angles. Now, maybe when I use the word call, it is too strong. Let me use another word. Now, God picks the prophets. Do you get the picture? Sir? He picks them. He does not allow. It's not a barrage of operation where everybody's running into it. No. From when I was born as a child, nobody will explain to you. When you know when I was a child, you just know this one or something. There's something, this child is not normal human being. There's something strange about him. He's doing so many strange things. Because that's what a prophet is. You were born with a high sensitivity of the spiritual phase. You were born out of the foundations of the spirit. So automatically each movement you are doing, and you have information, you have access to knowledge that you have never learned. Yeah. So mommy, I know things I don't know where they come from. And they are all true. Somebody will use 50 years to research it. I'll just look at it and understand it. It's like the things are talking to me. Machines talk to me. I'm not an engineer, but I can look at machines and fix them. Yes, I just said, but you should put this here, put that one here. And then when they put it, it works. And the engineer will be there doing according to his book. And I'll come and it's like the thing talks to me. I understand what they say. It's like every object communicates with me. So once I get there, then the things happen. Solutions will show up.
Oh, Jesus.
You understand? Because the angle of the prophetic is different from having word of knowledge and word of wisdom. So the mere fact that you see a vision or be able to tell somebody your name is Amma or Grace does not mean you are a prophet. That means you have word of knowledge, you have word of wisdom. That does not take you to the prophetic angle. The prophetic angle is a very different operation altogether. So somebody can be a prophet but not be in the office of a prophet. You people are confusing us. It's too much talking on that angle. It's very simple. The prophets are picked by God. The rest of the ministries are ministries you can learn. Now let's break the ministry, fivefold ministries down. Now to others, he gave some teachers. Now teachers are what? They are apologists. They are those that break down scriptures. They are those that teach the scriptures. That's what teachers are. They are for the rabbis. They explain the letter. They explain the scriptures. Nothing more. You understand what teachers are? So when you hear teachers talking, you think they have a problem with prophets. That's how when Dr. Mensah Watabo speaks, everybody says, hey, he hates prophets. No, he's a teacher. He will keep that zone. Everybody and their operation. When you go to hospital, and then you're walking into the hospital, it's just that in church, we don't do transfers to headquarters. But in hospitals, they do that. If Kolebu cannot, they'll send you somewhere else. But in the house of God, the teacher will teach you into the revelation. And the teacher will look. And at one point, he'll be like, oh, baby, go and find another place and go. Because sometimes the teaching cannot solve some problems. I have seen problems that I was trying to explain with scripture. I realized Aqua will just lay hands on them and cast the demon.
Oh, Jesus.
But this one you can't give them wisdom. It's spirits that are talking. It's spirits. There are some things you can't explain with your carnal mind. No. So that is how teachers are. They are deep, they are powerful, they express the scriptures, they break it down to your revelation so you can understand how to exist on the face of the earth. So most of their revelation is to teach you about where you are going, break it down to micro levels that everybody can have that revelation.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what teachers do. That's a teacher. Now, there is a pastor who is a shepherd. He takes care of the sheep, that which is gathered by God. They oversee them. They take care of their welfare, their ins and their outs. They protect them. They do funerals for them. They go and bless their weddings. They do all those things. They are like your people. You understand? So you have pastors who are your shepherds. They take care of the sheep. They are your people. Then you have evangelists. The evangelist is the bringer of good news, who is the announcer. He goes out there and shares the good news of the coming of the Lord, the end of the world, and everything. So that's the evangelist. They tells you the coming of the Lord is at hand, and he expresses all that structure to you, demonstrating God's power in all kindness.
Oh, Jesus.
So everybody can learn and become an evangelist. Even all of us are evangelists. Then, because I go therefore into the world and preach the gospel, this is our work. So we are all evangelists. He said, the Bible says, do the work of an evangelist and make full proof of the word of God. Which means all of us do the work of the evangelist. Now, then we have apostle. Now, the apostle is not apostle. People call them apostle. No. Now, apostles are critical in that manner. Apostles are the overseers of several operations in the kingdom. So when you get to the stage of an apostle, you have accumulated a structure of good leadership and good reverence in the kingdom. So you are more or less like a bishop, but the word bishop is weaponized in the wrong manner. The word bishop in itself, the word episcopal or any other angle like that, is not necessarily a bishop with a hat. It basically means a man of God, an overseer. So when we say overseer, it's a bishop. Do you get what I mean? Yes, so anyone that oversees multiple churches is a bishop. Because the word basically means overseer, a pastor. It's nothing more. But then we turn it into a way and we say, oh, a bishop has to, be consecrated to a bishop. It is an office of a bishop. So he was talking to them. Paul was talking to them. He said, you know what? If you seek to become a bishop, these are the conditions. Which means if you seek to oversee the church, this is the conditions to be an overseer. A husband of one wife, and he gave conditions. You have to be like this, you have to be like that, and he explained it to them. Because he's saying that if you seek to become a pastor, to lead the congregation, this is your condition. So any pastor that exists on the face of the earth is a bishop. Any overseer that oversees his church is a bishop. Me like this, by biblical structure, not by consecration, I am a bishop because I am the founder and the overseer. General overseer.
My father. Oh, put your hands together for Jesus. General, my father.
Understand? Yes, so that makes you a bishop by biblical standard. But then there is another one that people say, let me go and consecrate, let me go and pay some people money, let them put some big ring on my finger, which is entirely unnecessary, and let them put cassock on me and put a hat on me and give me Abraham Puma. That does not do anything. Now this is what people have problem with me. So mommy, if the signs and wonders, we don't know how to do some, like especially Papa, and somebody say, it doesn't have power, it doesn't understand. Right as I speak to somebody who wants to become bishop, he's gathering money.
Michael.
Buy rice, use his share for the members.
Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus.
Yes. Do the work of an evangelist. Do you understand? So a bishop is just like an apostle. Apostle. So in terms, we'll say a bishop is like an apostle that oversees. But in the terms of apostles, he oversees multiple operations. A bishop is just merely an overseer of a church. So if I open, anybody that opens a church now is a bishop. The day you open your own church, that very day you are overseeing a church, that day you are called a bishop. You are an episcopal. You are a pastor, you are an overseer. That's all. It doesn't add any special thing to you. Because at that time they had to lead the church. So they were saying, if you want to lead the church and be the one that oversees the church, then this is how we want you to look like, because that office is important. You may have the necessary giftings or callings, but for you to oversee a church, you would need to look like this. Do you understand how it is? So you can be a prophet and not oversee a church. You can be a teacher and not oversee a church. You can be a pastor and not oversee a church. An evangelist and not oversee a church. Do you get a picture? But then if you're an evangelist and seek to oversee a church, then you are becoming a bishop, because you are trying to become an overseer. Are you getting the picture? Now that's the same way applies to apostles. You see, it's multiple churches in that angle. Now, as for the prophet, his work is simple. Is there somebody thinks I'm hyping the prophetic ministry, but it's very critical. As for the prophet, this is his job. His job is to listen to God and bring the voice of God to the understanding of men, which means that the prophet is the refining channel by which the operation and distillation of God's power is cooled down into normal standards, so that you can be able to have a little. Do you understand what I mean? So when God distills the salt water, it has to go through evaporation process, and then it has to go through a duct, and then it has to go through condensation, so that there will be liquid out of the vapor. So anytime at all a prophet comes out, the heat of God's word is neutralized and brought down to a level so that it will become normal water. So when you drink, you can say it is water. It's not seawater. So that is how God works with the prophet. He carries God's message. He's the mouthpiece of God. Nobody is God so charming on the face of the earth. Only prophets are. The Bible said the Lord thy God does nothing until he reveals to his servants the prophet. And he goes ahead to say, believe ye the Lord thy God and you'll be established. Believe his prophets and you will prosper. It means that when you believe in God, you'll be like a seed planted. But when you believe in his prophets, you will grow like a tree. So he puts his prophets right in front of him. So after God, his prophets.
Oh, put your hands together for Jesus. Bless you, my father.
Do you understand how it works?
Yes, sir.
So it places special angle on the prophetic, because that's how he talks to man, and that's where the devil attacks. Now the only way to destroy things is to form more false things and inject it there. So that's where everybody wants to become prophet. Everybody calls themselves prophets. Everybody says, I'm prophet this, I'm prophet that, I'm prophet this, I'm prophet that. So they come in there and destroy the value of the name. The best way to hide your key is to mix it up with so many keys, so you can never find the original key. But if you keep the key under a wardrobe and they open it, when they keep searching, they'll find the key because it's one key. But if you get 1,000 keys and drop that key in the midst of it and they all look alike and shake it, nobody will know the original key. And that's what the devil does. He mixes it up. He gathers a lot of keys and they'll do the mixture, so that everybody will look at it and say, oh, all of them are not all right. So you have people trying to correct the excesses, and then they end up shutting everybody down. You see how the prophetic is? So the prophetic gift is very critical. It comes with the gift of prophecy. Now I'll continue for him. There is a gift of discernment as well. That's the discernment of spirit. Discernment of spirit is the radar that God puts across you. Now, if a person is having a discernment of spirit, it's like a light. So when we put a lamp here and I walk into this place, automatically I'll cast a shadow. Once I cast a shadow, which means I've taken a portion of the light away. So that's how discernment of spirit is. You are light. So anytime at all something approaches you and then shuts down the angle and creates a shadow, automatically you know a wrong spirit is what? In the place. But then if it is a good spirit, automatically it will reflect your power. So once it reflects your power, you know, oh, this is a good spirit. So when your energy is absorbed, like absorbing the energy, which means there's a shadow caster somewhere, which means you are losing your energy. How many of you know people that once they walk somewhere, everything that is good, strong, happy will just die? You understand how? It's like everything will just fade. That's witches and evil spirits. That's that one. They will just kill everything. Yes. Some people walk. Is your house people, your village people. They are at work. So that's how you discern them. And do not ignore it. Anytime you stand anywhere and you see somebody's destiny is casting shadows within your light, just know this person does not carry the right one. Just know that. It does not carry. And that's not by emotions. Some of you, somebody look at you and in front to you now, hey, or before. That's different. So when they cast the shadow, it means what is inside them is not correct. It has to be corrected. Do you understand? So these are the gifts. Now, to be a prophet, you will need a very strong foundation of about 5 gifts to make you a prophet. Now, you will need the word of knowledge. You will need word of wisdom. You will need discernment. You will need prophecy, and then you will need miracle working.
Oh, Jesus.
Because every prophetic moves needs an evidence, a strong evidence to be seen. So in that angle, you have to mix them together and stir them together and whisk them together into one fine specimen. That's what becomes a prophet. Now, a prophet will be maneuvering through the timeline, maneuvering through every corner, because that is how they are supposed to move. So in that angle, the Holy Ghost comes upon us and gives us these gifts.
Oh, Jesus.
Because God sends them to bring it.
Exactly.
So we can have it and manifest the presence of God.
Amen.
Now the last one I want to add to it. It says, when the Holy Ghost comes upon you, you shall receive power. And after the power, it says, you shall be my witness. The Bible says we are the light of the world. A city set upon the hill can never be hidden. It said no one lights a lamp and puts it under a bushel, but hangs it on the stand, that anyone that enters the house may see the light. So when the Spirit of God comes upon us, what it gives us is the edge to win other people to God. Because if you have God in your heart and you don't want to share him, it means you do not have God. You have your own self within your heart. Because once God enters into your heart, you want other people to have him. You will not be a gatekeeper, but you will give God out to people. Because if you have a good thing, you send it to people.
Yes,
so tell somebody, say, be a witness.
Be a witness.
Be a witness. Because when the Samaritan woman left Jesus, it went out there witnessing, telling people about the goodness of God. That is what the child of God has to do. You need to go and testify of the goodness of God. Go and speak about the goodness of God. And wherever you find yourself, let Christ be seen in you. Yes. In your hospital, when you're doing medical work, let Christ be seen in you. In your house, let Christ be seen in you. Don't come to church and polish yourself, and when you go home, you are arguing with your whole community. You have beef with everybody, every gossip. You are the chairman. You are in the midst of the gossip. Every bad thing they are doing in your area, you are part of it. When it's raining, you will carry trash and pour it in the gutter. Then it will go and get choked. Then floods will come and like, Ghana is cursed. You have to do the right thing, my father. Let the world see heaven in your eyes. Demonstrate the goodness of God in the land of the living, because it is necessary for people to see God through you. And you are the representation of God on the face of the earth. You are Christ's ambassadors. Bible said that creation awaits in endless expectation for the manifestation of the sons of God. So we are here to manifest the presence of God. We are not here to come and destroy the name of God. Some people are there, when people look at them, they don't want to go to church again, because their character, their demeanor. Some people will handle God in a way that you yourself trying to come to God, you feel like a sinner. Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. When did you buy him? And then you take it too literal, it's mine. Everybody wants to say, hey, you are on the gate. You don't want anybody to experience God in any way. You don't want anybody to move to God in any way. Because you are like, yeah, you cannot do that. You cannot move in that manner. My God. Let the world see God through you. Amen. Let your husband see God through you. Amen. Because some of your husbands are angry with me. Yes. I know a woman whose husband had problem with me. All because the wife does not respect. And they'll be arguing. Be like, yes, you stand up and then you go to that small boy. It's that small boy, you call him. And then you people say you are praying. We cannot praying. You are not a good wife. And I get, insult your wife, why me?
My father.
Government have been telling her the same thing you have been saying. We are all in the same angle. So support the brother.